Hi everyone, it's Monique here. Today I wanted to talk to you a bit about these little Santoro Gorjuss girls that I've been creating. Some of you have seen them on Facebook in the Junk Journal Junkies chat group, and I thought there's some tutorials out there on how to make these little girls. There is the one I'm making today is the little fishes girl. Now there is a tutorial out there, but it's not in English, so I thought I'd come and share with you how she's put together. But before we do that, and this video will be in two parts, so stay with me, I'd just like to talk to you about what you might need to put these little girls together. I have got 7 of the dies, and I have been excuse me, and I have been playing with them and putting them together, and what I found is there's no instructions for these little girls, and there is one lady on YouTube that does them, and she does them very well. She has some great ideas herself, but I just thought I'd come along and do my version of them. So let's get into it. I'll just tell you what you need in this first video, and in the second one we'll put one together, and that will be the little fishes girl. And this is her here, made up. She's very sweet, and I've already, as you can see in the background, I've cut her bits and pieces out so we don't have to fluff around too much. But these are the dies that you get. I hope you can see that okay. So they're pieces, individual pieces like this. They're very good quality dies. And you also get the matching papers. You get 4 of each to make up her clothes. And this is from the picture from the packaging. Okay. So this is the back of the packaging. This is what it tells you. It doesn't come with instructions on how to put it together. It just tells you what's in the packaging and the die cutting machine you need. So I use my Big Shot, and I also have a collection of a few bits and pieces here that I use that I find handy. First of all, we'll start with the Copic markers, the skin coloured ones. These are the ones I use to colour in her skin. You don't have to do that. If you have skin coloured paper, that's a bonus, but I colour mine in. So I use these 4 colours here. So that's those ones. Now they are in a pack, then they come like this with the skin tone colours. So that's that. You might find you need some glue, and you can use these ones, the ones that have the nib on them, which is great for small bits and pieces, but mine, this one of mine doesn't work, so I don't use that. This one is quite good for the larger areas, but the one I use is this one here from Stampin' Up, and it's got the fine tip on the top. Great for getting into the little nooks and crannies. I also have on hand a paper piercer. This is the Tim Holtz one. This just picks up the little bits and pieces. And we also have some tweezers. They're also very handy, as you can see. They're very well loved. Also very handy. A pencil, just in case you need to mark something. craft knife, which you can also use to pick up the tiny bits and pieces, and a black marker for reasons I will explain to you later in the next video. And I have a pair of scissors, and we also have some Wink of Stella, which adds a bit of sparkle to the girls. I usually put that in their hair, and some bling to decorate. And there's one more little thing in my basket here. What is? Oh yes, a Sharpie pen marker, which I will also explain what I use that for later. So I will show you, we'll put that to one side, and I will show you the little girls I've made. And this is Little Friends, and she's cute. She has a little bit of bling in her hair, and I have manipulated her little boots here, and I've actually used decorative scissors to make a cuff for her boots. So that's her. This is the little girl with the seashell. I can't remember what she's called. She's quite sweet too. And we have the toadstool, and I've just added a flower to her hat and a bit of bling to her pockets and her boots, and there's a little pearl in her flower. Once you get the hang of making these, they're really easy to put together. This one is Fly Away With Me. Her little balloon's a little bit delicate, so you have to be careful with that one. Hope she's in frame. And this is called the Scarf. And I've put little buckles or little pearls on her shoes to represent little buckles. And this one here is the Springtime Girl. And I put a little pearl on her bag and some little bows in her hair. And the ones I have manipulated, these ones are, the next three I'm going to show you are ones I've altered. And that's where the scissors come in handy, because you can cut their legs off and change their legs. I haven't done chopped heads off or anything like that yet, just legs. And the first one I made was Coraline. So her little body is this little girl's. And her little boots are this little girl's. And I don't know if you can see it, but I've added some Wink of Stella to Coraline's hair. So that's Coraline Jones. The second one I did was Alice in Wonderland. She turned out really sweet too. So her body is this little girl here, again, and her feet are from this little girl here. And she has little buckle detail on her shoe as well. With the hair piece, I tucked her headband. I made two, I die cut two pieces of the hair, and I just cut slits and fed the headband through, because the headband is from the little girl we're going to be making in the next video, this little girl. So this is Alice. And the last one I made it into a bookmark for my daughter, and it's Dorothy. And I had the stamp, "There's no place like home." And she has ruby slippers. And there's her little diamantes are missing from her shoes. Her little red buckles. So, and she's got little glitter ribbons in her hair. And this is a shaker bookmark, so she's actually sitting on the outside of the bookmark, and the shakers, the sequins are in the shaker. And I used this, I made this with the fuse tool and a tag die from Tim Holtz, I think. And there's a little Toto in the background as well. So these little dolls are very versatile. They're great value for money. And if you've got an imagination, you can make whatever character you like, I think. So that's all for this video. I've got some other shakers here that I've made as well. So I've probably, this is for a thank you, so I'll probably put this little girl on here. Like that. So that's for some happy mail. And the blue shaker with the little stars in it, I will probably make another bookmark out of and put Alice on there. So that's part 1 of this video. So I'll go and set up for part 2, and I hope you join me in part 2, and I will see you in the next video.